was anticipating.
Sorry about that. Sorry we're late coming in. Kind of busy, as you can see.
KO!
It's all over. Until next
Pass,
time.
pass, 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 pass,
Multi-pass?
and pass. Yeah, trying to help Action get his pants to drop. That sounds horrible. I'm sorry.
Phrasing!
Why, yes. Yes, it is phrasing.
Yeah. Of course, it's just one of anything. No. Let's see if I can get lucky, though. It seems like people are actually rolling on things, so probably not.
Cardoon will do as Cardoon will do. Someone's sitting on rolling, aren't they?
Not me. No, okay, it's there.
Let's see, you've rolled, I've rolled,
Presumably action is rolled.
Action is rolled, 1 tank, 2 tanks. That would be basic.
3 tanks more?
The healer has not rolled. It is what it is.
I wish I was doing that.
Sorry you were having so much trouble.
Yeah. I wasn't entirely ready, but I was fighting the controls the entire time.
Yeah, I can hear.
So.
Tank disconnect.
Oh dear.
Those are still in the pipeline, Orca. We won't get them until 7.4?
3.3.
And this is 7.3. And tank is back. Yeah, this patch we got, of course, MSQ, the new Alliance raid, a new section of the moon crafting stuff.
That'll be in 3.1.
No, the moon should be out now.
When I looked at the thing 2 nights ago, it was saying 7.31. What did I get? One of twos. No.
Poor Action did not get his pants. No.
6, 7.
I'm almost at the,
Good.
I just hit Cheryl.
6, and all 3.
But yeah, the next wing of the Arcadian raids will be,
Yeah, that'll be a 7.4.
7.4, and will story conclude them.
Yes. And the last part of the Alliance raid will be 7.5 and will conclude that story. Okay.
It is what it is.
Of course, those two are, you know, the regular and the Alliance raid just alternate each time.
Yep. The main raid series and the Savage raid series is considered slightly harder content, and more for the hardcore people. The Alliance raid is considered casual content, though the Alliance raid difficulty is creeping up to the difficulty of the normal raids. Can't hear you.
That would be why. The difficulty on everything is creeping up. That's part of the problem, and you know, part of it is just no matter what, the complexity of the signals and things you need to do is going up because they keep kind of building on prior mechanics.
Yep. And there's a lot of people saying that they're not going up far enough. And those people are being very vocal.
Remember, the most vocal people are the nut bars at the high end, and you're pretty much hearing from all of them. You don't hear from everybody who isn't. Or much of anyone who isn't. The SFB lesson, they realized too late that 90% of their mail was coming from the top 10% of the players. Say, I'll meet you inside the showroom.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, just don't go to coffee.
No, I'm not going to coffee. I'm going to the arcade.
The showroom.
It's actually called the arcade.
Hey, live?
Hello, Live Swing! We're just getting going after getting out of a raid late because someone didn't feel like rolling on their equipment. Okay, what do you need?
Okay. First of all, hold on to these. And then, I did sneak off and get this done.
Sneaky, sneaky.
2 control materia and a gathering and a perception. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
Okay, gathering.
So, I have very annoying
No.
computer news.
Yeah, oh boy, yes.
I'm not going to be able to do digital art for a bit.
Yeah.
The charging cable I use to charge the battery for my stylus has died. It was kind of flaky before the big computer boom, but after the computer boom, it just stopped working, and I've tried it on several different plugs. And, of course, it's not a standard cable. We tried going down to Micro Center today, and they had nothing. No, this is an XP pin. Which I very much like and enjoy. It's not as good as a Wacom, but it's like 98% there, and I don't feel the extra $1,000 for a Wacom justifies that 2%.
Yes.
Now, I'm also dealing with a much older model.
Yeah. It has been a few years. Oh, right,
They did. I found the actual pins on the XP website. You can still purchase them. They say...
Do they happen to give it specs like what the plug is?
No! They don't give the plug, they don't give the cable type, and they don't say if you buy an extra pin whether a spare cable will come with it.
Yeah.
They just say is that it's battery powered, and that's all they say.
Right. I say we spend the $6 because I did find one.
Now, it does say the pin's supposed to be 60 hours of use life between charges. Or 60 days of use between charges, and it has never had that.
I was wondering about that. But I did find one that, says it's the right size, at least if, my measurement is correct. And admittedly, the prong or whatever looks about right. It has the same little kind of subtle indent on it that yours does.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I figure we'll try that 2mm plug and, buy socks. Seems like there's something else that we were remembering we should have ordered.
I think there's a couple things, but one of them is
Yeah.
I could still... Though it's kind of... I keep putting it off, and then the opportunity, and then the money doesn't happen, is getting the one bike back rack for Ken.
That's a little... That's its own purchase. That'll hit the free shipping limit, no problem.
Oh, and some Vanacream soap.
Oh, that's what I was trying to remember. I knew there was something you mentioned recently.
Since the only place I can get that in town is the little pharmacy with the sucky hours over at the Sutter Health Medical Center in their pharmacy. You can get the shampoo and conditioner elsewhere, you just can't get the body soap. Which is so annoying. So, yeah, no digital art for a while. And I was like halfway through getting Theron's current Glam for Scholar set up. It's like, I don't need this. I'm already kind of missing money for the month to pay a bill.
Yeah.
I don't need another bill on top of my bill. Well, my actual care providers are the Palo Alto Medical Foundation. It's just they're covered by Sutter, and they're part of the Sutter family. They originally weren't. Thanks consolidations.
Yeah.
But, and for the most part, I'm getting some of the best care ever, but I can see how it can be hit or miss, and there's been a couple times I've been close to like firing a doctor or two.
Yeah.
The worst one is when I go see Dr. Sue, which is my primary doctor. The girls at the register can't find my information because I'm actually through PAMF. Therefore, they send me on this long rigmarole to sign up for Sutter Healthcare. And it's like, no, I'm through this over here. And the last time we actually had to get the Santa Clara Valley Health Plan Association, which is my insurance, to call them with me on the line to convince them that yes, he is my doctor and they will get paid to have a physical.
Oh, jeez.
That was so annoying because they kept sending me through Sutter Health Tree for insurance into calling New York. It's like, but at the same time, I get my monthly shots, which have seriously helped. It's why I'm actually a functioning adult. It's because I'm on the shot treatment. Yeah. Sveen, save us! David, Relia, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. What you got? Perhaps my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering their current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if the behavior is unusual or not. I would speak with them and see what you think. Though I hope to be proven wrong, I fear something is not right here.
Certainly this is not the normal music.
No, it is not.
I don't think we've ever heard this theme before. And I'm trying to decide if it's a distorted version of something, but I'm not recognizing it. Regular, either equipped resident. Yeah, I am worried. You're not wearing the regulator? Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me, I got myself one of those Neo regulators and registered a little while ago. Yeah, and as soon as I did, the display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168.
Oh,
That's about 300 more than the last time we heard. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I am going to evolve and live happily ever after. Yeah. Don't count on it. I hope you come to your senses and get your hands on a Neo regulator, friend. You can keep mine.
Technically there is, but you have to collect the sheet music in-game first. Also, they do put out new music as part of the update process. So this may be a complete new track.
Yeah, it is a new track. It'll probably be on one of the EPs and will certainly be on the effectively Dawn Trail Plus album.
Yes.
What they do is they basically have 2 soundtrack albums per expansion, and each one is on Blu-ray because they don't want to be doing, basically 2, 3, or 4 disc CD sets per expansion. And the first one is all the new music for that expansion, plus I'm trying to remember, is .1 in there, or is that later? Certainly the first raid will be in there, but that's part of the .0.
No, I think what it is they scoop up some of the like .5 music.
.05?
Yeah. Or not .05.
All the
0.5 of the previous expansion.
I think they might have done that early on, but these days they're actually having that in the second album. And the second album covers the 5 major patches, unless some of .1 ends up on the first disc. So, you get the one, the latest soundtrack right now is Dawn Trail. You remember the title of the one before that, which was, the other plus?
No.
I was afraid of that.
Oh, please tell me you brought more Neo regulators. Officially, they're all been handed out already, but I heard rumors there were a few left over. Surely the government still has some?
That's a heck of a jump from several hundred still to go.
Surely the government still has some. Or perhaps Queen's Fiend? I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then, I hardly gave death the second thought. But now that I know the truth, that's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. What truth? I can't go on like this.
The end times. Yeah, the previous one was Growing Light. I just looked it up, which was basically, Endwalker Plus. So it's Endwalker, Growing Light, Dawn Trail for the soundtracks, and we have all 3 of those.
We have a named.
They also do. What's that?
We have a named.
Yes. They also do little mini releases that they call EP, extended play, that are electronic only. And probably by now, Dawn Trail EP1 is out. And there should be a 2 and a 3. They seem to do 3 each time. And all of those are tracks from post-expansion, some of the more prominent stuff, and will all be on the physical one that comes out later, which is why I'm not getting them anymore.
P-Point?
Greetings! I remember when you visited with Queen's Fiend. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulators has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on, and have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin my prayers. The darkness grows closer, grows deeper. We must cast it out. Oh no.
Yeah.
This sounds more like it's building towards a primal summoning.
Yeah. That.
I must pray.
Yeah, we're gonna have a primal on our hands.
Primal's Fiend?
I hope not.
It would be exceptionally cruel.
Yeah, you're not gonna like this girl. So, what do you think? Was I right to worry? Oh, yes, you were totally right to
You're
worry.
not worried enough.
The fear is palpable. Yes, that's exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, and with each new registration, the fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic?
Networked emotion control.
Thayrin? Rylea? Can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamenti and Alphino. Sounds like she wants us to hurry. We should go. Yes, we should.
And we're hurrying so much, we're going directly to cinematic.
Yeah, they're gonna
What's happened?
A primal.
Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex.
You know, there are fates worse than death.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very...
The looks of that screen, somebody's turned living memory back on.
Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Wow, Glamat. You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulishola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people.
Remember, Orca, there are two different regulators now. The white ones are the standard, and the blacks are the Neo, and in order to become the Endless, according to this line, or plot line, you have to have one of the black ones, and it has to be registered.
Yep.
And there was only 5,000 of them.
Yeah, and of course we've been wondering what more they might do, and I think we're starting to see.
I am not their queen.
Alfie?
Moment.
No, the original ones are still around. It's just some people were able to replace them with upgraded ones. Upgraded in air quotes.
Yeah, and they were the ones that showed up right after the funeral in 7.1.
Actually, they showed up as part of the funeral.
Okay. First those deadly malfunctions, and now a city-wide announcement. He has spent considerable effort recruiting his 5,000th Endless. Perhaps more than necessary, even.
We had hopes who descended on Lamatis dispersed for now. We could see tempers in the crowd were starting to flay. Yeah. The latest wave of attack may not have been as widespread, but people are reaching at their breaking point. We have to stop Calyx, and soon. I'm sorry I couldn't be here in time. Kryl told me everything that happened while we were away. Gosit, who has... Is that Neo? I think that's a Neo on him.
Yes it is. My apologies. The sign is not responding to any of our attempts to change the display or switch it off.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Calyx has access to the core system. which means that if he chooses to do so, he can deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. If our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, there would not be beyond his reach. Yet, if it serves to allay the fears of even a little, I beg you, Wuklamat, please let them shelter in Tuliolal. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations, and we'll be able to pick up the pace once the Land Guard arrives.
In which case, we'd best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense, and we must prepare for possible violence.
If you happen to determine where Calyx is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move on a moment's notice. Surely we'll find Surely we will find a clue of some kind soon. You can't elude us forever.
Indeed, it sounds like we got more clues than we know what to do with recently.
Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. You give so much of yourselves to aid those in need. I must endeavor to find my own small way to help.
Preservation, their purpose. Wuklamat assesses her surroundings with grim determination. And tacos.
More tacos?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes always tacos?
Sometimes always tacos.
Tuliolal would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what of a nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Wuklamat? I won't stand here and let her legacy be so sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria, and that was the promise I made to her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt that our people's joy as our own, and yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. There was so much love in this world, too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't do by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wished we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore I would see it done. In the end, I think both found a friend you needed. That would be yours as well, Sphene. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. That's how we protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right. You're right. Don't forget about us! As stupid as it is, it's kind of our job. How could we? We'd not be where we are without you two. Right. We got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol? Or see if Shale needs a hand?
There you all are. Hi, Shale.
Glulja! Ah, splendid. We were afraid we missed you. Alice and the others said you were here. Good news. We finally found a kink in Klax's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed Preservation Initiative. Containment Complex 1029 it's called, and it's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't know if this is where Calyx is hiding as such, but it may well contain a clue that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long for us to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Thank you for your hard work.
Try and stop me.
This is a huge step forward.
And up. We need to take the lift to get to the complex.
I've cleared the expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate the said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. So, this is probably going to be the dungeon.
Yes.
Looks like we'll have access to Wook and Sphene and Kryl. And possibly Shale.
Yes. Excuse you. This way, I think. It looks like it might loop.
Ah, this one. Yeah.
Possibly even
Because
loop
this
Java.
one leads to the old castle of Alexandria.
Okay.
Except this time we're going up instead of down. Woohoo! Quite the crowd here. Kryl? An institute on preservation scale would have many such facilities in the city, yet I cannot help but wonder if there's ones where my parents worked. Preservation laboratories. I shudder to think at what they were researching, but this is no time to be squeamish.
Shayla made me her assistant. She was teaching me the basics of data management.
Woohoo! That's going to be a crunchy subject. Man, this kid's smart.
Yes.
It sounds like Galul Jah played a big part in this breakthrough. I'll be sure to treat him to a fine feast once this is over. If you don't, we will. I'll share the method we used to find the containment complex once we're inside. It wasn't actually all that different to the story of how we stumbled across the back room. Ready to head on up? Next stop, 10th level.
Huh. Well, it didn't immediately go to a dungeon.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
You got the lights working!
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galul Jah that we managed to locate this place. You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Sounds like you need one of Geralt's energy tonics! We know how this works!
Those concoctions would probably do me more harm than good, but I appreciate the sentiment.
That's what energy tonics are, more harm than good.
Will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course, but I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
Interesting theme choice.
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
Oh, you want to take a crack at him, don't you, girl? Don't exactly blame you. All you know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail. I've learned a certain device that should help us do just that. I'll explain how we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now, as far as where that might be, yep, this map matches my data. The room we're in is the Researchers' Commons, located on the west side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. So we're to cut across the circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open up. Judging by the mechanism, will probably be a card of some kind.
We're back to playing Doom.
Can't you, you know, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. And in case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? I expect we'll have the most luck looking to where the researchers keep their personal belongings.
You begin searching Containment Complex 1029. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path forward. Helpful hints will appear in a different color. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades should you find yourself unable to proceed. My goodness, they actually did a puzzle. And we just moved off the Gridania 1.0 theme.
Yeah.
Black Shroud.
Abandoned paperwork.
few documents sit in an untidy stack atop the desk. You find no security cards hidden among them. Half-open desk drawers. This appears to be the only desk with the drawers already open. You can tell at a glance that the desk's former owner has left some things behind. Rifle through the half-open desk drawers?
Of course!
Yes. You discover a card-shaped object. The electrode surface is marked with a bold Level 1.
Oh, could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens. I've got a feeling... Well, everything else just went away.
Now let's check with Kryle. Or did you go already?
That looks like it could be a security card. Let's see if it works.
And Sphene?
You're just going around the room.
Yes, I want to see what they want to say.
These shelves look almost entirely bare, but I'll examine the files to be certain.
Cool. Was this really a preservation laboratory? I thought there'd be something more, I don't know, special about it. Wait until we get further in. It's obvious that this is going to be more than just the first key card.
Shit. Okay. Wook. No luck so far. This bin has nothing in it at all. That's because it's a recycle bin, girl.
Data terminal. The terminal screen displays what appears to be the index page of an employee manual.
Personal protocols.
For security reasons, Containment Complex 1029 has been registered as a materials distribution center. Keep this in mind and conduct yourself accordingly, both inside and outside the facility. Each employee must perform their tasks within their designated workrooms, the Researchers' Commons, the Protolab, or the Deutero Lab. Entrance into another workroom without official clearance is strictly prohibited. Carry your security card at all times. Your clearance level dictates the areas to which you have access. Yeah, we're going to need more than a level 1 card. Equip your regulator at all times. Due to the highly confidential nature of the research materials and other data managed within this complex, preservation retains the ownership of and rights to modify the memories of all registered personnel.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Research objectives.
Access denied. Please log in with your personal account to view.
Leadership personnel.
Complex Director, Demetrius. Protolab Chief, Eosfer. Deutero Lab Chief, Redacted. I think we know who. Yeah. And that means that's probably the lab we need to get to. Shale.
Ugh! The arcane circuit in here uses... The arcane circuits in use here are decades old. I'll keep at it, but the security card might be our only way of getting past this lock in any time soon.
And scanning device. A scanning device. The card-shaped object you hold looks to be of a similar size to the scanner panel. Card-shaped object. A card-shaped object fashioned from electrode. Thanks. You hold the card-shaped object up to the scanner. It's open! You did it! Now that's one door.
And a good thing too. I was getting nowhere with the outdated circuit. I'm curious though, why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a Director Demetrius, or so the terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Then let's continue onward. The door to the Director's office is across the central hub.
Yeah, that's going to need a higher security access. Now, here's the central hub.
Interesting.
Okay, there's one other
north door
unlocked
is
door.
open.
Yeah,
Poking my
the other
nose
two are
down
closed.
it. Oh yeah, this is completely open here. We'll come back.
And I think this would be, yeah, this is the proto lab. Not sure what the southern one is.
Huh. I'm noticing the symbols above the door.
No.
Of the locked door. You have a wrench, but you also have a goblet that looks similar to the key that we're currently...
Key.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just realized, okay, the one that they're standing in front of course, is the director's office. The other one will be the Deutero lab, which is where we need to get.
Yeah.
And of course, the Deutero lab was working on the key.
Good little job.
This must be the door to the director's office. Go on, try the card. Luke.
Looks like every room can be accessed from this hub.
Yeah.
Not a single soul here besides us. Going by the room labels on the map, we haven't entered any actual labs yet. Another locked door. We could try the same card again, but...
Yeah. And trying the scanning device. You hold the level 1 security card up, but the scanner beeps in disapproval. No good? Maybe we need a different card?
Yes, the scanner is demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay chaffs me, we'll just have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope we stumble upon the card we need. Let's start our search at the Proto Lab. That door's already open, at least. We'll find a way to get through together, Shale. I'm sure of it.
In the meantime, see if you can pick that lock, because... yeah. Because it'd be awfully plot convenient if there was just more cards lying around. Who do you want to start with?
Starting with Wook, who's hidden around a corner.
Yep. At a bulletin board.
These notes seem to be about the research they did here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148, submitting the interference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review.
201930.
201930. Experiment 158, maximum value of 11509 recorded.
Or yeah.
Comparative study to be included in the report. Alright then. This is totally flying over her head. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. New proposal produced a result of 9834. Decreased value verified.
That is quite a reduction.
Well, I have no idea what any of this means. Maybe it will make sense later on? You're taking notes, aren't you?
I've written down the numbers. Yes.
Shale.
Shale, help us make sense of this.
Please excuse my impatience. It means to track down Calyx are close, and I'm itching to get my hands on them. Kryl?
Okay.
This machine feeds into a soul cell. I'm reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people.
Yeah,
It might.
surely.
It probably is. I'm sorry, Cryle.
Yes. Cool. I dug through this data tablet and found a journal. I'll read it to you. The results of experiment 158 show a marked improvement in ether extraction rates. At last, we have achieved the target value set by Master Calyx. Yeah, he's the redacted in charge of the Indutero lab. Though I will become endless as per our ascendancy protocols, I will preserve this historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number? Data tablet. It appears to be a researcher's personal data tablet. Skim through the entries. Entry number 1. Today, I began my employment at Preservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this work would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. Entry number 2. My instincts were correct. Master Calyx's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've only ever vaguely entertained, that mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of his flesh and blood existence. 4. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect, yet he seems but a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calyx's blinding brilliance. Entry 9. This morning, I was permitted access to the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of ether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen's Fiend insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. 14. Our Malala colleagues, including the Protolab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? Yes. Entry 18. From tomorrow, I have been assigned to assist with the research project in the Deutero lab. We're scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I've been kept ignorant. It would seem prudent to back up my memory data. You've reached the end of the journal entries. Okay, I want to double check Wuklamat's. Okay, 148. Okay, the second one she mentions was experiment 158, which is the one specifically called out in the other message. So probably 11509 will be the number we need whenever we need it. Okay, Sveen?
The way this room is set up, the canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be what they were conducted their experiments to create the Endless? Probably. But we could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way to the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Gulal Jah mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look?
Number pad. The locker door is shut tight, but the number pad suggests that inputting the correct combination will open it. You've gleaned some numerical data during your investigation. Attempt to enter the combination?
Yeah.
Yes. Select the number keys on the pad to input combination. Enter up to 5 digits, then press the confirm key. One, 5, 0, 9.
Bingo!
There we go. The locker pops open. Inside, you discover a level 2 security card.
Aaron, you got the locker open. Yes, we did.
And you found another security card.
Yes, we did.
Oh, but does that say level 2? We needed a level 3, didn't we?
Yes, but it should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Theron. The present. Well, these preservation members led such a surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards. I guess I imagine them to be more, what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who agreed with Kellex and his philosophy underwent conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether.
Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Kellex and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more in that other tablet there.
Right, let's move this investigation to another room. We'll have the Doodle Lab and the maintenance facility left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor.
So it's back to the hub and the locked door across the way.
Which will hopefully yield before our new sentry card. I'll take the old one if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it.
Maybe you can hotwire it into level 3. It should be the same.
Starting with Kryl. If there were others besides my parents who left preservation, where might they be now? It seems not everyone who joined preservation became endless right away. They must have been research that required physical bodies. The scanner awaits. Hold the security card to the panel and it should unlock the door. Oh, I went to Ghoul-Jaw next.
Ah. What else do they have in this place? If I read that map right, it must be a lot smaller than the Ueyawata facility. The Ueyawata.
Yes.
Thank you, Nashu.
Kellex hasn't bothered to show his face yet, I see. Maybe he hasn't noted us, or maybe he's just watching. And waiting.
Or he's busy. A scanning device. It waits silently for a security card with the appropriate level of clearance. Level 2 security card. Card-shaped key for opening restricted doors. This one is marked with a level 2 security clearance.
Yes, it opened. Where should we go first? The Doodle Lab or facilities?
Ah, okay, that's why there's 2 signs. Let's start with the lab. The wrench for facilities and...
What is it, Ghoul-Jaw? Shouldn't the security card open this door as easily as the last one? That's strange, this door did not light up like the others. What does the sign say?
Not much. Shale, there doesn't seem to be any power here.
None at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities.
Yep.
The facilities room is down the other branch of the corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored to the Deutero lab, shall we?
Oh dear.
Hello?
Oh good, the terminal is lit up. That means we have power in this room.
The Deutero lab must have required a great amount of energy to operate. What kind of experiments were they conducting there? The crossing of barriers between planes kind.
Yeah.
These are some big, fat, flashy floor tiles. I wonder what they're for.
The next puzzle.
So this room was for managing the power supply and utilities. I hope they kept security cards in here as well. Give me a moment. There, I saw a nook. Anything behind here? Doesn't look it.
Not yet.
Okay, Shale, what we got? Engaging power supply. No good. It's returning an error. There must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels.
Shale? That's the emergency generator over there, isn't it?
Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found.
But how does it send power to the other lab?
Ah, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of the terminals leads down the hall directly to the Deutero lab. Which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. What about the patterns on the floor? Could these be the circuits we need to reconfigure?
Oh, I see.
Believe you have the right of it. Use the control panel set to each tile. We create an unbroken path for the power to flow. What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. Indeed. If you could look around for any written procedure, I'll be digging through the terminal directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator?
I can do it. I've used that type of machine before.
Then would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Theron? Alea? The rest of us can help
done
by...
this kind of puzzle before.
Yeah. The rest of us can help by supplying them whatever information they found on the circuitry configuration. No, I think I already see the answer.
Yeah. So start with a circle, and we need to turn it.
No,
twice.
we don't turn them.
Okay. Come on.
We change their shape.
Oh. Must arrange the 4 tile patterns in the correct positions, access the control panels, and configure the circuitry. Okay, so this one needs to be either triangle or diamond. possibly square, but I don't think that'll do what we want. I'm going to try triangle. Oh, okay, so we can have more than one. Which means we no longer have a circle. Ah, okay, and the other end has to be a square because that's the only one that connects off kilter like that. You'd think that'd be fine.
Got it.
Oh, God. No, that's fine. Huh.
Okay, what you need is the one you're
technically
currently at should be a triangle.
It was one of the few things that would make sense.
And the triangle needs to be the diamond.
Yeah. Which was one of the possibilities. Yeah, having to do a double. You've connected all the circuits. Inform your comrades of the successful reconfiguration.
Simple puzzle.
Yes. It worked.
We did it. That we did.
Admittedly, the problem is you have a bunch of NPCs with decidedly non-technological backgrounds.
The Dutrio lab should be now fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation, the Early Days is the title. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. Ah, looks to be a text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, an Alexandrian institution for technology development, was founded by Calyx, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calyx's designs for new defense solutions funded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calyx funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the Storm Surge came to an end, with Calyx eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account was from before he embraced the endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him once, only once, before the Storm Surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calyx could not have been more than 10 years of age and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet he still published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now, I can hear his single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to the somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me some reports on endless research and other less urgent matters.
So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calyx was changing into.
Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he was ever the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see that at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but still driven by the same deeply held beliefs. The mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from its fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the digital lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once-over just to be sure. Checking real quick. Don't see anything here, so back to the Deutero lab. Had his own body not been fated to fail him so young, would Calyx have pursued his endless project with such fervor? Everything we need to read in this place sings Calyx's praises. The people who worked here must have truly idolized him. That Alexandria survived the war is no small part to the defensive measures developed by preservation. In that regard, I will always be grateful.
Yes, the door is power now.
So, this opens the dungeon? Probably not.
No.
The emergency current seems stable enough. You should let me handle this one. The security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a short wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Let's not have that. Please do not impersonate my computer.
Thank you. Maybe so, since we're getting the quest. Yeah, more tacos.
Do we want to pause here since it's 11?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll be back with you later. We're gonna get some coffee.
To wash down these tacos.
To wash down the tacos.
No, that's that. That's right.
Yep, they left us a path back, so we're good.
Oh yeah. And a more obvious one than some of the places we've been stranded.
This is very true. Yeah, no offense, I don't feel like hanging out here in the middle of government offices while we wait for supplies.
Yeah. I really don't want the next couple of days to be a day at the DMV.
Now, if we want to, instead of coffee, we can go to one of the bars in the entertainment section.
Whichever. As long as they don't mind me munching on tacos I brought myself.
Alexandrian cuisine has got to have tacos in it. I mean, think of all the people they've picked up already.
Alexandrian or...
From Tuliolao, when the dome first appeared.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, and they had 30 years to assimilate it. 30 years in the blink of an eye.
Yeah. Because you better believe some of those people will be wanting their tacos. And I went the wrong way. I guess we're going for coffee. Well, yeah. One track mind.
But yeah, the fact that... Yes. You sensed the burn.
Yes.
But yeah, the fact that they changed over quests at that point implies that, yeah, we might be on top of the dungeon now.
We shall see. On Friday.
Yeah, knowing us on Friday, we'll find out there's like another 5 quests.
Yeah.
Thanks, Yoshi.
With that said, it is time and past time to call it a night. Thank you all very much for coming along. We will be back on Friday for more
10?
MSQ.
More main story. And probably going late.
We'll see. With that said,
we'll get to the dungeon at like 10:50.
Yeah, unfortunately. And apparently, without too much of a spoiler,
it's rough.
It's predictable. The trial comes right after the dungeon.
Also true.
So you all, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and we will see you next time.
Yes, everyone have a great night. Hope to see you here Friday for Death and Mayhem in a new dungeon.